Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and we're back out here in the garage for another garage gun talk. I don't really have much to talk about tonight. I'm just actually out here setting up to record a video tomorrow morning on the Division 77 from Wilson Combat Project 1. I got the gun all cleaned up, and I got the bullet point script all done. I got the range footage edited, and I cannot wait to film the review. And this is going to be a great one. So I have everything set up. Pretty much all I have to do is come out here in the morning and turn on the camera and start recording the various segments, and then of course go inside and edit it. I just have to, funny story, if you guys don't know, probably could figure out, I actually sleep with a CPAP machine. So sometimes I have to wait a couple hours after I wake up because I'll still have like CPAP lines on my face. I've always been a snorer. I know some people say, you're fat. No, it's not because of that. I've always had it. I have like a big uvula in the back of my throat, and especially if I sleep on my back, I snore like crazy. Man, I love my CPAP machine. But anyway, tomorrow I'll be filming that. But I just wanted to make a really quick video because YouTube reminded me of something today that I had thought about a few days ago, I was kind of aware of, and it's hard to believe the time has passed, that today, February the 1st, is the 2-year anniversary of the reboot of the Texas Gun Vault. And if you are new here, you might not know, I have been making YouTube content for, I don't know, probably 14 years, 15 years. The original impetus that started the channel is my friend, Jason, also has a great name. He started a YouTube channel called the Fort Worth Glock Guy. He's still around. He makes like a lot of knife content, but it's FW Glock Guy. And I decided to make a channel myself, and I loved, Colt guns, like Colt 1911s and things. So I was the Fort Worth Colt Guy. I was kind of him and I were just kind of playing off the name and that kind of stuff. And him and I would make content. It was just kind of fun, just using my phone, kind of like I do here on the Texas Gun Vault 2. And that was the best days of YouTube. That was like the Wild West. Being a small channel for so long, the content was terrible. For me, anyway, that I created. Low quality, but I had a lot of fun doing it, and I've met a lot of people along the way. A lot of people I have not heard from in a long time, but as time progresses, in all these years I've been making content, there'll be people that interact with me and my channel for a period of time. Like in the early years, the crew was completely different than it is now, and then people will fall off, whether that be because their interests change or something happens in their life. I've actually known a few of my subscribers that used to interact with me have passed away. That's just the nature of life, I guess. And of course, we've got a lot of new people here, and the people that are even recent that used to like my content are no longer following my channel. One of them was a really cool guy. He used to comment on every one of my channels. His name was Andrew. He was from the land down under in Australia, and he didn't like the fact that I made the mean comments of the week videos, and he decided to no longer follow me. And that's totally fine. I mean, we left on good terms, so it's totally fine. But I have people come in and out. It's been a really cool journey. But about 2 years ago, I guess, about 2 years and a month ago, I lost my original channel. Started off as the Fort Worth Colt Guy, turned into the Texas Gun Vault when I moved out of Fort Worth. And got married and moved here where I am now because I got married, and changed it to the Texas Gun Vault. And I think that name was created by one of my sons, my stepsons. I was like, hey, I got to come up with a good channel name. What would work? And we kind of worked this one out. And so I was still creating content on my phone, essentially. Kind of low quality stuff, just still having fun with it. It wasn't anything serious. I had some people that found my channel along the way and wanted to help me out. Some people bought me camera equipment. Some people donated audio equipment. They felt that I was worthy of that. And I built a little following up until about, I think I had 42,000 subscribers And then just at the time around the 2000 election, where Joe Biden beat Donald Trump, a lot of things changed in social media. And I think because there was that change politically, and of course, at that time, Orange Man was evil and bad. Well, I guess to a lot of people, he still is. Look at the way the media treat him and this and that. But social media felt emboldened, and this was all platforms. And they really went after certain content, and they still do to this day. And they were very censorious in their actions. But they changed their content moderation to where they started to say things, hey, you can't post links to any place that sells firearms and so forth, which wasn't really a big deal for me because I don't, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I didn't post anything. But one of the things that they changed is the YouTube moderators decided that if you changed anything about a firearm on camera, it was considered gun modification. So essentially, I had a few videos out there that showed me attaching a suppressor to a gun, like screwing on a suppressor to a gun. And that was deemed gun modification. And the way it works is your first violation, you get a warning, and then you get a strike, and 2 strikes, and 3 strikes, you're out. Well, they started striking channels like crazy. It was, even the big channels. The big channels were able to weather the storm because they had YouTube, what do they call it? Not moderators, but YouTube liaisons or whatever. But a small channel doesn't have it. I think you get one when you're like at 100,000 subscribers. And my channel got struck. Like, I got a warning immediately. And then, like, literally, like, 2 hours later, strike, gone, and that was it. And I kept trying to get my channel back, and they would never give it back. I kept asking for appeals. It would never happen. And so I lost my original channel. And it was kind of a blow to me because I had worked so hard. And the videos that were on that channel, while towards the very end, they were of quality that I guess now, based off of my standards, were okay. It documented my whole journey in YouTube. And I miss that because I could see where I was, the videos that I made. I can see a much younger version of myself and what interests me at the time or what interested other people at the time, the projects that I had. It was kind of a really interesting journey. It was more of like a diary for me when I lost the channel. And I like to think that if I didn't lose the channel or I was able to get it back, based off of the content that I create now, I might be close to 100,000 subscribers on my main channel. But I lost it. And I had to restart. So I, created a new channel. And I went through all of the older content that I thought was worthy of reposting and content that didn't run afoul of YouTube's rules at the time. And that was 2 years ago. And I promised myself that I would rebuild, that I would create what I did quicker and faster and better. And it kind of became a driving force in my life because I spent a lot of time doing this project. It's just me. It's just me. I do all the editing, the thumbnails, the obviously the shooting. I have some amazing sponsors that help people that lend guns to the channel and so forth. But it's been wild, and I decided to rebuild the channel, start over again. I know that I lost a lot of people that had begun to follow me, and I was hoping that they would be able to find me essentially. Some people did, some people did not. I've built the main channel up to 28,000 as of right now, 29,000. It doesn't grow very fast. I wish it grew faster, but my content might not be the best, but that's okay. I make the content that I want to make. I'm not a charismatic individual. I don't edit my videos where things are clickbaity. I don't do the gimmicky stuff where it's more entertainment. I like to do long form informative videos. And a lot of people in the gun community don't necessarily want that. They want to see, and I was kind of, have my examples of like cutting down a Christmas tree with a shotgun, or blowing up watermelons with a 44 Magnum, or blowing something up with tannerite. They just want to see the short things that go boom, or they want to see a character like what was his name for a long time? That was like the biggest gun channel, FPS Russia, and so forth. The gimmicky stuff, and I definitely wasn't that. But I'm happy with the following that I've created. I think I've created a very good community. I think my channel is now more organized. It's better operated. I have proper playlists. I just think in general it's better run, and so maybe in some ways it was a blessing in disguise. And I'm still trying to build it into something greater. Honestly, my main goal, I don't want to be big. I don't want to be, and I'll always be what this is. I'll always be a one-man crew. I was talking to somebody recently, my friend David, and he was telling me, and he's a very well-connected individual, and he was talking to somebody that knows Coleon Noir, or I guess had dealt with Coleon Noir. And I didn't know this, but Coleon Noir has like a team of people behind the scenes that kind of run his channel, edit his channel, do all of his promotions, set up his appearances, all that kind of stuff, And of course, he is a big channel, but I would never become that. No matter how, even if by some stroke of luck, the channel became huge, I would still do it the way that I do it now. But because of the way I do it now, I'll probably never become huge. But my main goal in the long run is to hit 100,000 subscribers. I would consider that to be the ultimate achievement for me. If I could reach that number. And it's not out of any other reason except I would believe that I created a product worthy of so many people wanting to subscribe and follow me. One of the downsides of getting bigger is you start to lose the personal connections with people. It's harder to keep up. I am blessed to have the number of people that text me, contact me on Facebook, contact me on Instagram, write great emails to me at texasgunvault@gmail.com. People that have sent me stuff to my P.O. box, companies that have... Anyway, it becomes kind of overwhelming. In fact, I can tell you, as I'm looking at my phone here, one of my local fans and subscribers, Julian, just sent me a text message. And I saw the notification on the screen. So people message me all the time. And sometimes it's very difficult for me as an introvert to keep up with all those different relationships. And sometimes I, not out of any intention, but I just kind of miss things, and I can't keep up with it all. And I feel like sometimes people think I ignore them, and I don't, because I appreciate every message that I get. But when your channel becomes bigger, it's hard to kind of, for me, to navigate all those things with so many people. So that's the downside of getting bigger. But hopefully the channel will grow, and it's been 2 years, and so we're going to say happy birthday to the Texas Gun Vault. Originally, I called it the Texas Gun Vault Reloaded because I was starting it again. I really should make a new channel trailer, but I'll get around to that eventually. I got so many other videos I have to make right now. But anyway, 2 years for the main channel reboot. And I just wanted to make a video about that and talk about how proud I am of the content that I create, even though people, or some people, can be complete trolls and can be mean to me. In fact, I had another great one today, which I have saved. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do more mean comments of the week. What else is going on while I have your attention? Oh, I did something today I have not done in a very long time. I actually bought a gun. I bought a gun. I'm not going to tell you what it is until I get it. It's not that special, but for me, it kind of is kind of cool. For you, it might not be cool. It depends on if you look at a gun as just a tool and you judge it based off of its caliber and size and functionality, or if you base it off of its history and its mechanics. So it's a gun that honestly I was hoping this company would make here in the United States. And I haven't been really following it, but eventually they did. But I had heard nothing about it. And when I found out they made it, I was like, oh my gosh. And then I found out they've actually discontinued it or going to. So I'm glad that I picked one up. So, but when I get that, we'll talk about it here on the workbench. So maybe I haven't given you any information at all about it. So if you want to guess what gun I bought, say it in the comment section. So here's your clues. Okay? It's a gun not a lot of people know about. Okay, first off, it's a pistol. Okay, I will tell you that. It is a pistol. I won't tell you the caliber. But it's a gun that has been around since, I believe, the late 90s. But it's a gun that was not available here in the United States for importation reasons. It's now, I guess the one I got's made in the U.S. And what else? What else can I say about it? This one's probably going to give you a lot. This is probably the biggest clue. It's very popular in South America and around the world in countries where civilians can't own guns that are in military calibers, okay? And those calibers can be things like 9mm, something like for us that we take for granted. Other countries consider that to be, a military caliber. So, for example, this is not it, by the way. This is not it. But in some countries, calibers like 38 Super are very popular calibers even till today, because in their country they're not allowed to own 9mm pistols. I know it's a weird law, whatever it is. So there's your clues. So I'm curious if you can figure it out, and when I get it, I'll show it here on the channel. So anyway, that's all I got for you tonight. Happy birthday to the Texas Gun Vault. 2 years back since I restarted it, and hopefully in the next few years, I can get back to where I was at 42,000 subscribers, and then onward to 100,000 and beyond. So anyway, thank you all for being here, just being subscribed to my main channel especially, but also here at the Texas Gun Vault 2 means a lot to me. Thank you for interacting with my channels. Thank you for liking my few Instagram posts that I make or Facebook posts that I make. Thank you for the emails, the texts. Thank you for a huge shout out to the people that have sponsored my channel, like Mark from Brownworks. And I need to give a huge shout out to Hold Up Displays. I kind of want to make them my channel sponsor for the Texas Gun Vault 2 and give them a huge shout out, because honestly, that is probably the best product I have ever been sent and reviewed right there. That is freaking amazing. Absolutely amazing. I want to thank all the people that have lent guns to the channel. Over the years, I am humbled beyond words. So many people have made this happen. People that have donated camera equipment, bought me camera equipment, donated the audio equipment that I use. Everything. I want to give a huge shout out to, Carl Bruger of B&T, because he's reached out in the past. He sent me these really awesome posters. You used to see one of the VP9. I moved that frame poster to my safe room with the other posters that I have that they sent. I've gotten to meet some amazing people from various firearms companies, people that have reached out. So I'm just humbled and glad to be here. So that's all I wanted to talk about tonight. I'm just grateful, I'm thankful, and I am humbled, because it's just been such a cool journey, and I appreciate your support, your help. I want to thank my patrons as well. I forgot to mention them. So everybody that has been involved in this project, thank you so much. So if you watch to the end, the word of the day is going to be grateful. Grateful is the word of the day, because I know that I am grateful for every one of you. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you for joining me here in the garage, and thank you to all of you for all you have done for me. And as always, thanks for watching.